Okay, so nobody's getting the truth from the mainstream media, folks. It's well past time to open your eyes, your ears, and your mind. Do your own research because something isn't right here. And if you can't see that, you are not paying attention, folks.
It's the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order. A world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations.
So let's look at each one of these and see how we can get this down to zero. Probably one of these numbers is going to have to get pretty near to zero. Now that's back from high school algebra, but let's take a look. First, we've got population. The world today has 6.8 billion people. That's headed up to about 9 billion. Now, if we do a really great job on new vaccines, healthcare, reproductive health services, we could lower that by perhaps 10 or 15%.
The important message that we need Australians to get vaccinated as quickly as possible. In line with that, I do encourage all Australians to please go and book your vaccinations as soon as you can if you haven't already done so.
Emma, get away!
When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order, an order in which a credible United Nations can use its peacekeeping role to fulfill the promise and vision of the UN's founders.
Okay, we need to stand up against this tyranny, folks. Stop giving away your freedoms and liberties, because the more you give up, the more these people will take until you have absolutely nothing left. That's their agenda. All right, another week in the Matrix, guys. Another week down. So I think I don't know. I don't know. I just think this weekend for us and for them, the end of the week over there could be quite interesting. As you know, it's it's crazy. Who knows what's going to go on? But yeah, this is getting to a real head now, guys. Like we're saying all the time, we're just waiting for the pimple to bust, but it just sort of keeps hanging on. But yeah, from what we've heard about DC, and I haven't got any updates there, but yeah, I've seen some other stuff that says I don't know. Says there's some big movement in the background. But the movement here, guys, because people are saying we should get a bit more Australian news. That's a few of the Americans, because I like to keep up what's going on in Australia. But we try and cover everything. But anyway, Gladys has gone down, guys, all right, in court on her appeal. The biggest barrister in the country she hired. It's cost her a fortune. Her and the lover boy got done up, for ripping you people off, you good taxpayers and people of the country. All right. Yeah, stop waiting. Do your own thing. You're exactly right. Get together, guys. That's, we'll talk about in the outro. All right. So more tax, guys. Everything's just more tax at the moment. All right. Everything I look at is just tax. They just want more money off you. You know what I mean? Just want to rot you. It's just insane. Now, I just found out some things. There's a place in Sydney called Callan Park. And Callan Park was for the mentally insane, and it was in the middle of Sydney, all right? And I've been there a few times, okay, in the old days, because I had friends when we were young. I'm talking about 19, 20, and I had friends that were nurses and working up there. And on the full moon, that place was crazy, mate. But the funny thing is, there was 1,000 unmarked graves there, right? And just something else to think about. It was made for the capacity of 666 patients. So, yeah, I just thought I'd put that one out there. Just another part of our history that was, you know what I mean, absolutely deplorable, guys. All right, now I understand what was going in there, yeah. It's actually Callan. It's Calan. Callan. All right. Yeah, not Callum. Everyone thinks it's Callum. I'm pretty sure it's Callan Park. It's on well, I'm trying to think of where it is. Yeah. Anyway, it's in near the city. I can remember going there when I was really young. But yeah, that's funny, 666 patients, and yeah, it's built on top of 1,000 unmarked graves. All right, so this opening ceremony is going to go on in France, guys. Keep your eye on it and say a prayer, I reckon, because yeah, I don't know, I got a funny feeling about that too. You know, they're all on water in the river, and yeah, it's going to be. Now, Westfield Miranda, 21-year-old, doing chemical experiments, guys. Weren't chemical experiments. He was pouring stuff and having an explosion in the toilets in there. But yeah, bringing chemicals into a toilet to mix together and just unreal. We've had a South Australian, which we're going to cover on the show, actually, a bit of that clip, but that's a South Australian kidnapping. Guys, it's on out there. And the sooner we come together, all right, and stop it, the better we'll be. Now, a new death tax coming to Victoria. All right, bereaved families will be burdened with extra stress and financial hardship under a proposed Victorian death tax. So how dare you die? All right, and if you are going to die and it wasn't government induced, you know, or helped, well, then, and even if it was, guess what? It's going to cost you money. Now, they'd like to know, guys, so if you want to let anyone know about this and invite them onto the show, they're saying that smoking is a falling habit, but cancer is soaring. And they ask the experts why. Well, you know, the experts are not going to tell you that the cancer is from the vaccines, are they? Now, guys, enjoy your weekend, because apparently Monday, Tuesday, through that next week, rain, hail and snow to smash Australia as a cold front moves in. So, again, climate change is absolutely flogging our ass, guys. You know what I mean? It's just heating up, isn't it? Now, I just saw this and I just thought this was remarkable. Australian billionaires are 120 billion richer since 2020. Sorry, a 70% increase on their wealth. Right, it's a new supposed research comes from global anti-poverty non-profit Oxfam. Now, okay, there you go. I hadn't read into that. Oxfam. Now, one of my good mates was actually sponsored by Oxfam, but I have learnt since that Oxfam are, involved in some nefarious things with the people that we're out to protect, guys, as far as I know. I'm not going to say too much because I'm going to check into that again now, but I do remember Oxfam was another cover, okay? And, a few people got sucked into representing it, as one of my mates did, actually. Anyway, there you go. I just learned something then. Go Oxfam. Okay, what else is going on? Chris Bowen, he's copping it because he's having a go at Andy, and he's not worried about doing anything now except being a big teenage kid, and getting out on the social media and slamming, people out there for their conspiracy theories and the rest of the bullshit. We got the union rages over the leaked ambulance staff claims, and we're going to talk about that on the show. I'm sure we've got that clip there, guys. And just before we get into it, we've got Phil on tonight with us. We're going to have Dan on, but he's been caught up somewhere. But we have got Phil in the studio. But, guys, I'm sorry to tell you, but we have a rat disease with no cure has spread to humans, and it's killed 4 people. So I just wanted to break the news to you. Okay, again, I don't know what we're going to do, guys. These things are just coming out of the woodwork. So there you go. All right, Cazz, come on in. Phil, come on in. How are you?
Hey, good. How are you?
Yeah. Phil, how are you going?
Yeah, mate, real good. Going well. Flat out.
So what's going on? He's blocked, is he?
Yeah. Said he tried to join on, and he said it was he said he was blocked.
We didn't block him, but that's not unusual. That happens around this place.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
So
How can you-
that was Paul's brother, Black Truck Paul's brother, Freedom Truck Paul's brother, guys, and he was just basically going to come on and talk about the fact that he is back in court with their new
Monday.
representation. Yeah, and on Monday, I believe, to get a new court date. The old representation sent through something to the court saying that they withdrew because they weren't getting paid, even though they had actually got paid. So yeah. Anyway, the new representation is doing it completely. Just jumped straight on board for him. Oh, and the old representation also wanted him to plead guilty, which he didn't want to do.
Okay, well, that'll be in Canberra on Monday, guys. But that's strange. He's been on the show before. He shouldn't. He shouldn't be blocked out of our studio. That's for sure.
There's no one blocked.
There is no one blocked in our studio. We haven't blocked anyone yet, Phil.
as you guys said, it's not unusual for strange things to happen.
Oh yeah. It goes on, Phil. I don't know how, but it does go on.
Yep.
Anyway, we cope with it. But anyway, yeah, guys, Monday down at Canberra. You know, you can go and support. Canberra 10 o'clock, I would presume. Go down and support. Paul and his brother and.
Yeah, they'll be appearing by camera. Paul will be appearing by camera, but the GG guys will be there backing him up in the courthouse itself. And it'd be good just to have the public in there, you know. We go in there every time and they look all sheepish and going, why are these people here? Yeah, because we support all our brothers, right?
That's it, mate. That's how we do it, Phil. By backing each other up, mate. You're exactly right. We're not going
Dan
live.
asked to give us apologies, guys. So Dan's currently waiting out the mercantile agents who are currently blocking the roads both sides where he was heading for his destination.
Hopefully they didn't block it for him. Somebody else.
Yeah, we can only hope.
Okay. Well, stay aware and updated on that one.
All right, guys, I'm just popping Freedom Truck to the donation page in the chat for anyone who wants to donate to that. So, yeah. Phil, what's the story with this? I've just got a couple of bosses here.
Yeah. So that's an interesting one. So, the Mdakadal Australia, we're supporting all the original people in the fact that they never gave up sovereignty of this land, and we've been travelling around a fair bit, visiting elders and taking elders to and from custodial courts and such, and it was getting to the numbers where we were having trouble moving them all. So we got a 60-seater bus, and then we did the artwork on it, and we actually made a few of the elders cry when they seen it. They were so over the moon, and so we've been moving them around in the 60-seater bus now, and they're absolutely wrapped. We've had several groups get on board, and that's just way things are going.
Yeah, well, I know that that particular entity, because I do know someone who's helping out there and doing some great work for you behind the scenes, Phil, and that entity is making some progress there. Guys, there's pressure on. Keep up your pressure. We are all hitting them in different directions. They don't know which way to turn. They're spinning, okay, and they know that the more that we're doing it, the more we're getting exposure out there, bit by bit. By bit, more people are realising, guys, what's going on.
Yep.
Okay. And does this stuff scare me? Yes, it does. All right, because I know the UN agenda to use the indigenous people of the lands to actually get to their actual end state. So again, at the moment, it's put crush on the government, guys. You know what I mean? And I think that everyone's doing a pretty good job out there, but I'm telling you straight, it does scare me, for all these things to be happening, not scare me, but it wakes you up to all the different avenues of those bastards called the UN, Phil.
Yeah, that's right. The UN did ask the nations, the original nations, to join up, and they came back at them with, we are 170 nations at the moment. The UN is only 150. They said, if you want to join, you join us. We're not joining you. So just throw it straight back in their face.
Right.
Now,
good.
Phil, I've come across something this week, and I want you to walk us through this because this is a later title use registry, And this is
Yeah.
available in Australia, but it's only available in Australia with the Indigenous, with the First Nations people. But a allodial title isn't available usually in Australia because we're under the Crown, and Crown doesn't offer a allodial. And the benefit of allodial is it means that you actually own it. It's another one of the New World Order's tricks. And so you actually allodial ownership of land means that you don't have to pay anything. It's actually yours. It's yours pretty much in perpetuity for people that set up trusts for their family to inherit. So walk us through that and what's going on there.
Like I said, I don't know a heck of a lot about it, but I know that the original people in Namdakadala has actually been using that. In contact with the international people that run that, it basically they use it if the Namdakadala have been using it if they have cases where people are going to lose their properties to banks and some such, or other strange reasons like councils and things like that. And it basically gives you the right to be custodians of that piece of soil that you're on. It's worldwide and it's internationally recognised, and they have no troubles when we approach them and say, look, we want to get allodial title on this particular piece of dirt just over here, and they go, yep, righty-ho, and we fill in we send them the appropriate GPS locations, and they go, yep, righty-ho, we'll mark that off for you. And it's not just available to the originals of this land. It's anybody born on this land, anybody who is of this land. But yeah, so that's what's been going on there. But the originals have been using it as well. We're going to try and remove the title part of it out, but at the meantime, we'll just if people don't recognise unless it's got some of the keywords in it. So yeah,
can I actually GPS in the harbour down here, Phil, and we'll claim this, mate? Because
that's yours,
buddy.
Harbour.
Yeah,
I reckon you could. Yeah, I reckon you could.
Well, yeah.
All right. Well, that's actually incredibly interesting because we know that they're digitising the titles, and that means that they'll have full digital control, and they'll be able to bring liens against the titles, but also they want to bring it in with their digital identity. So I think people are looking for alternatives and solutions.
I'll learn more about it, and I'll come back to you next week with it, eh?
Yeah, no worries. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's good to know what's going on
it and how it works, and I'll come back to you with some more information. Like I said, I only just know a little bit about it. It's not my forte.
Yeah.
I just seen Michael pop on the screen then and then disappear.
Yeah, I saw that. He's come in and dropped out.
He keeps popping in down the bottom here, but I can't grab him. He's just basically gone again. So yeah, all right. Look, let's get into some of the show now. What's concerning is Dr.
Paul's brother. For the people that don't know, Paul that owns the Black Truck, that's Michael. That's his brother. He's a staunch backer and does most of the media stuff for Paul.
Yeah, okay. Look, let's get on to the show now. Dr. William Macas, he's talking about the explosion to come in children's cancers.
Cancer is going to be the big one.
Horrible.
There are 3.1 million Canadian children who've been injected with at least one COVID-19 vaccine, and I'm telling you that all of those kids have an increased risk of cancer long-term. Leukemias, lymphomas, sarcomas, brain tumors. I'm seeing a lot of vaccinated kids starting to come down with these cancers. They're called turbo cancers. We're seeing them in adults, many adults, but they're starting to happen in kids. There are 3.1 million Canadian children who've been injected with at least one COVID-19 vaccine.
Now, the same will be happening here in Australia, but he was in Canada when he was addressing it. So
yeah, we've already put it out on the show, Caz. You know what they're bringing in. We've showed you. You know they show it all the time. We've shown you what's going to come for the kids between 0 and 6 months. All right, they're going to start hitting them in the womb. Before that now, guys, don't you worry. They've got it all organised. So, the sooner you say no, all right, the sooner it stops. But while you are conforming, letting them prick your baby's heel, take your footprint, all right, put you on the registry, give your kids inoculations, you're up against it. You are swimming up a river that's coming at you at 40 knots. All right. So stop it. People, stop it. All right. And that means everybody, you got to stop it. You are killing your kids. Every time it's a chance of killing them. And it's giving them something in the future, either autism, cancer, leukemia, kidney failure. All right. Something, blindness, deafness. It's insane, Phil. And people are still out there jabbing it into them. Yeah.
In America, it's 107 by the time they're bloody 7 years old or something, 107 injections. In Australia, it's something like 72, I think, if you follow their program.
Yep.
And a lot of them are mixed injections, like 3 or 4 at once. I think one of them 6 at once.
Now, I forgot to do this earlier, Dave. Just apologies, but I wanted to bring you in. So, in Martha's Vineyard, which is basically on Nantucket, very, very, very expensive place, and very exclusive. Now, what's happened is there's been a wind farm that's had a broken wind turbine, but get this, all of these little fiberglass shards have come up to the beach, and are basically, it's made the beach impossible to
we put that on. So, we put that on when you're away, but the progress, but the progress of it is, Cazz, they're now suing, all right, the wind farm people, I think, for the damages to not being able to use their. So the people have turned on them, you know what I mean, and are actually seeking damages. Yeah, so interesting stuff, that, Cazz. Yeah, that was. Yeah, we did put that on when you were off. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's no good if you can't use the beaches at all because they're dangerous because they've got shards.
Yeah, well, this is what they're now taking legal action against them. Yeah.
Yeah, but like, I mean, with Australia's beaches, I mean, that's one way of, you know, they want to control us in their 15-minute cities, and we love our beaches. So good luck with that. And so this is one way of doing it.
Yeah, you either jump off the rocks and surf and be careful on the way in, or you don't go to the beach. Yeah, they got all these ideas coming. Everything's for a reason. Everything is by design. They do nothing by chance. They have never lost in their life. And it's time, like I said last night, guys, time for us to win. Learn how to win. Yeah. All right, because they do not know how to lose.
They've been sinking the old ones, apparently, too. They're just the old windmills that are out on the oceans, and now they just chop them down and sink them.
Yeah, it's just insanity. Insanity, Phil. Anyway, keep going. You get me on a rant. Yeah.
All right, let's have a listen to Punter's Politics.
Politics is so depressing. Hey, America.
What's up, bro?
Your politics is pretty messed up. Hey, do your politicians take political donations?
Of course.
Buying an election is an act of free speech here in America. Classic. I bet you don't even know where your political donations are coming from either. No, people have to declare it. Well, yeah, but only if it's over some stupid high amount like $14,000.
No, just once it's above 200.
So you don't have to declare a donation that's $13,000. Yeah, but I bet they only declare their donations like once a year.
No, it's made public when it happens. Is yours only once a year?
How do you know who's bought your politicians before an election?
We don't.
Oh, well, hey, at least you know where your politicians are getting their money from eventually. You don't know where half your politicians' money is coming from? Oh, man, your politicians must be dodgy ass. Oh, mate, like you can talk. Your politicians are getting rich trading shares while they make the rules for corporations.
Yours do too.
What? Oh, come on. Well, at least our Prime Minister doesn't have dementia and isn't a convicted felon, so... What did you call President Trump? Nothing. Build a wall. Lock her up. Good luck with the election.
Well, that's what they're doing to you.
That's what guns do, guys. See.
Yeah. Exit stage left. Snagglepuss.
Hey, mate, that's right. When I was in Texas, mate, there's so many stickers on the back of cars. We don't dial 911. And it's got a picture of a Glock. Yes, you don't have trouble with people doing the wrong thing if they think that the other person might have something to protect themselves, including the politicians. When the politicians wanted to do the whole lockdowns in Texas, there was 100 and something thousand people turned up at the Parliament with their machine guns and their Glocks and whatnot, and all of a sudden they decided that they weren't going to have a lockdown.
Wow.
Funny that.
Yep. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm saying wow about old mate trying to get in. Yeah, that's exactly right, Phil. Yeah, Texas, mate. They and they mean it too. You know, they have. You know, But what they're going to do is, they're just starting to do it now. They got a law in Canada now that they've passed a new law that you can't discharge a firearm or a bow of any sort without government permission. So that means if someone comes in, if someone comes in to rob your house, you got to quickly get on the fax machine, Phil, and get an email off or something, get permission off the government to discharge your firearm or your bow before you shoot the person that's coming in to rape your kids and your wife.
What if you're just out hunting? You can't even go out hunting?
No, you can't. No more hunting.
Bring up, hey, I've got this elk in front of me. Can I just shoot it, please? Oh, yeah, damn it.
You can't eat it.
I'm running out of battery, guys. They're just smashing my battery. It's just started flashing at me. So hopefully I don't get dropped out. I'm on the charger and everything. It's just bloody hammering me. Geez, you guys are getting hammered tonight.
Yeah, we are. We get hammered every night. People are saying they can't share the show. They can't, it's just.
I don't even know if it's going out, actually. So,
all
right.
People coming to me saying it's not.
Who knows? We'll do it anyway.
All right. Just quickly, we'll just skip to this story.
While I was talking to you, it dropped from 4%.
Jeez, they really hate these guys, don't they? Let's get them on again.
Do. What's going on here?
No, we have to get them on again. All right,
it's back to you and me, Cazz.
You have to watch this video. So recently I came across this report. It was published by the Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade, which supposedly protects Australian interests, but after you watch this video, you'll see that's a lie. One of the things the report says is that as the Indian population in Australia grows, they will end up in our government, they'll end up in the top roles of our business, and you might think, yeah, that's expected. But no, this report wants us to force that to happen now. They say, they lack presence and influence in high levels of state and federal politics. Australia needs to do more to encourage diversity, meaning less Aussies in these areas. So at this point, you're just saying, okay, we'll cut the crap. Just tell us who wrote this. Well, it was this bloke, Mr. Peter Varghese, who was born in Kenya. Now, this guy's career was long, and it was in a lot of government positions, mostly related to trade, diplomacy, etc. But this is where it gets interesting. So this report was published 2 years after he finished as the secretary of the DFAT, the people protecting the Australian interests. And then he wound up as the chancellor at UQ. So this Kenyan-born guy with a long political history in Australia, in government, in foreign affairs, in intelligence, I thought, well, what's he doing now? What's he saying now? I feel a strong connection to India, the birthplace of my parents. I wish it every success. Oh my. Is this guy a foreign actor?
We'll just leave it there. You can actually look at the rest of it. Now,
get the website. Yeah.
What's also on top of that? So, like I was telling Dave before we came in, that when I was in Kenya, that's exactly what had happened. And this is going back, I was there in 2000, 2001, and the Indians had just basically come in and bought up all of the businesses. So they just basically moved in.
Yeah. Look, this is what they're doing, guys. All right. They are bringing, this is all by design. They know who and how many they're bringing in to target certain areas of our society. All right. I'll guarantee you this, right? And to pick off, they're bringing, into West Sydney, you know what sort of people they're bringing in there, because they'll get the vote on the Muslim side and they'll get into Parliament. They'll disrupt us that way. All right. And councils on that. Right. They'll bring the Indians into the other places that they need to. We're already seeing the Sikhs come in and take all the truck driving jobs. All right. So what they're going to do is sneak all this in, guys. So you just get pushed out. All right. And they'll continue to supply them housing. They'll continue to give them new cars as long as they're electric. All right, have you seen what's happened over in Texas with the hurricanes? How many electric cars are lined up on the side of the road that can't charge? It is absolute farce, guys. They're parked up everywhere because the power's down. It's just a joke. But anyway, this is what we're up against, guys. This is why we need to learn to win. Let's learn to win.
All right, so Melbourne is an economic wasteland. This is an article by Macro Business, and it's just incredible. Like it talks about what has been going on, and changes announced in May 2023 lifted premiums by basically Melbourne's just basically bereft of business. And while it's bereft of business, and they're bringing in all of these people have fled Melbourne, and they're bringing in all of these newbies from overseas to take over the businesses.
Yep. All right, well done, Dan. Still getting them out there, mate. Good on you, buddy. Yeah, look, it's this is their, they're planned. They got everything planned, guys. Anything that is happening with the government at the moment is against your best wishes. Everything they do, because that's where they are at the moment. They're in panic mode, trying to shut us down as quick as they can. Tonight's show is a perfect example.
And we have a perfect example of that a bit later on as well. But let's just get through the notices. This is what's coming up this weekend, guys.
If you are near one of these locations, we encourage you to get down there and show your support. First up, we've got Mondays at Maggie's in Sydney at the Governor's House. Every Monday from 11 a.m, Macquarie Street, Sydney, New South Wales. On Saturday the 27th of July at 12 p.m, Spring Street, East Melbourne, Old Treasury Building, Justice for the People Public Information Rally. They meet at the same spot every Saturday. On Sunday, the 28th of July 2024, at Milligan House in Carey Park, 1 p.m. start to 4 p.m. A practitioner presentation. Workshop topic is Emotional Freedom Techniques, presented by Emma Todd. Monday, 5th of August, 7 p.m. sharp at My Place, Rowville in Victoria. Community presentation, once again, from Leave Our Kids Alone with Craig Cole. On Wednesday, July 31st, in Glenrowan, the restoration of the Commonwealth. Bring back our rights, sack our privileges. Former Senators Rod Culledon and Len Harris at Lions Park at 11 a.m. On Saturday, the 3rd of August, at 10 a.m. to 12 noon, a forest has fallen outside the Northern Beaches Hospital. The reason for the choice of location is that this hospital still mandates COVID injections. If you want to work there, you have to have taken 3 plus the latest flu shot plus any other childhood vax that you are not immune from. Women Will Speak rally, Saturday 17th of August, 12:30 p.m. to 1:30 p.m, Steps of Parliament, Spring Street, Melbourne. Due to the extreme left often counter-protest in these events, I would highly recommend children not attend, just to keep them safe. And last but not least, we have some important upcoming court dates for August the 19th at the Newcastle District Court for Pastor Paul, and August 26th at the Brisbane District Court for Patrick O'Dea. Get down to those if you can. There's another one in October 14th as well, but that's still a while away. Thanks, guys.
Excellent. Thanks, Beck.
Yeah, there's a weekend one. Hey, listen, I just seen there the Bike Boys scandal. Dan hasn't handed over his phone records yet. He was supposed to do that last week, I think. So, yeah, going to get interesting too.
Very interesting. All right, so we know that. How do we know that the government is against us? Well, we know for a number of reasons, but one of the things that you can actually do is look at this situation comparative. Okay, so this is cryptocurrency in the USA.
This is massive for Bitcoin. Now, I never thought I'd be doing an article like this. Trump and Loomis, Senator Cynthia Loomis, are going to reveal the game, okay? They're going to change the Bitcoin bill at a conference. What they want to do is require the Federal Reserve to buy Bitcoin as a strategic reserve asset. Cynthia Loomis, senator, intends to file a law. If Trump gets elected, there's a good chance this might happen. I'm kind of shocked right here.
All right, so they're actually looking at using cryptocurrency. However,
what do you think your government's doing? Yeah.
Let's have a look at what our government is doing.
Yeah.
And even this guy, this commentator, is actually shocked.
Oh, this is not cool. HSBC Australia is going to block all payments to crypto exchanges because they're scams. Check this out. At least 6 big Australian banks have taken the same action. Wow. A trend, one industry executive says, is stripping Aussies of their financial rights to participate in the digital economy. Stuart Lavelle is pissed. We're going to go through this article. This is kind of disturbing to see this. I got a show at 6:30 a.m. Pacific time. We're going to go over this. I mean, this is sad. Like, Aussies are getting screwed, man. I'll tell you. I'll see you on YouTube.
Yes, we are, because technology. Well, the thing about it is technology is neutral. It's how you use it. So you can, in as much as cryptocurrency can be enslaved through CBDC and digital ID, you can actually take ownership and possession of the keys, and you can actually have
be your own bank.
Be your own bank, but also have. No, excuse me. Also have privacy of transaction as well. So it's really like, and who are they to actually decide what we can and can't do? They're a bloody bank.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's like the WEF, you know, and all these clowns up there, you know, telling us. But I tell you what, like we were speaking about last night, the shit show's ramping up, mate.
It is indeed. All right, so look, we are winning, and I believe that we led the way in this, but go Australia, because a surprise jump in the number of UK people mainly using cash for daily spending. Now, where do you think they got that from, guys? Reach over, give yourselves a pat on the back. That's your
pat on the back.
trophy.
And keep doing it, guys. Keep doing it. Right, the cash is up out there again. All right, people are they're going. They're getting there. You know, people that never did it are now getting their money out of the bank, right, and carrying around a wad of cash to pay for things. All right, so you are but making a difference. All right, we're winning, guys. I'll tell you. Anyway, we'll do it on the run out.
And the thing is, too, you're influencing the world. So good work, guys.
Yep.
All right, so look, here's the US police unveils raiding robot dog that kills Wi-Fi, freezes home devices. I wonder if that's what they've deployed outside your boat this evening, Dave. So now this is particularly disturbing because it's actually capable of doing DDoS attacks, which is denial of service attacks. So it's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, they can do it. And in case we were just watching this before, someone turned up to pick up something to get something done for me, and we were talking to him, and we're watching a drone, you know, just coming over, and like I don't know, it looked like someone on the wharf, but yeah, you know, they just got such stuff, guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they
it's all out there. It's all out there.
Now, look, this avian flu, they're really trying to get it to have traction, and it just doesn't seem to be taking.
This won't work. Spinning wheels.
Yeah, no, they're trying to get it. Like this is ABC Rural Avian Influenza Threat raises discussion of compulsory registration of backyard chickens. Well, they seem to be trying to flog it, but it doesn't seem to be gaining any traction with people. So I think that this is just, you know, people are just done. People are just done.
Yeah, I think they're going to leave it alone now because, you know, we actually, you know, done the wrong thing and put something out there, and you know, then we had people jumping over back fences to check on chooks, you know, and ring Crime Stoppers to let them know they were doing the wrong thing. So everyone's getting a bit scared off now, because they're going to keep their chooks secret. Well, I can understand that.
Yeah, well, the thing, yeah, okay, that's a good thing, I think. All right, so this UK woman, she is done, but this is the sentiment of many young people
in this fucking country. I literally am just existing right now. I have no fucking motivation to do absolutely anything. Everything seems so fucking pointless. I've literally worked my arse off from the age of fucking 20 to try and actually get somewhere. And what has it fucking got me? I don't have a house, I don't have any kids, I don't have a partner, I don't have fucking anything. This country literally sucks the fucking living life out of you and the living hope out of you like a mosquito. Do you know how fucking hard it is to have every motherfucker around you pretending that everything is fucking okay? It's not okay. It's not going to be okay. It's getting worse, and it's going to get worse. I'm so tired of these cunts just fucking hoarding all the wealth and then blaming everyone else for not working hard enough. Like, I literally just want to scream into the fucking void. So many people are just like, yeah, well, what can we do about it? What do you mean, what can we fucking do about it? Are you just going to do nothing? You're just going to do nothing? Are you okay with this? Like, is anybody okay with this?
Now we'll just leave it there. But the thing is that this is a young person that is now very literate in things that we have been saying for 10 years or 3 years ago. Now 3 years ago when we started this, people were not speaking like that. Now she's just basically it's part of people's dialogue.
Yeah, and now she's dropping F-bombs like she's an Aussie. Well, we've given up the F-bombs and they can have them. So yeah, but anyway, there you go. Yeah, she's trying to be Aussie, dropping all them F-bombs. Anyway, we don't want the F-bombs anymore. We just want to learn how to win, guys. We're going to learn how to win. I'm going to teach you how to win. You've already won.
All right.
Got to acknowledge it.
Just another very quick stuff there. We've got this situation.
With her baby in the back seat. And after 2 hours held hostage, her final words to the kidnapper are incredible.
All right, so there's a lady who was held at knife point and kidnapped with her and her child, her baby, in the back seat for 2 hours.
family is
Husband
demanding
found him.
answers after a routine arrest ended with him in hospital on life support. Two police officers have been stood down as the force launches an investigation.
A traffic stop with catastrophic consequences.
All right, more news. I'll leave that. That's available on the website as well. But this is the kind of stuff that's going on. And
From the embattled emergency service, the secret corruption claims have been made public, prompting calls for a top-level inquiry.
A payroll scandal at an emergency service in crisis.
This behaviour, in addition to just being unacceptable, is absolutely disgraceful in a workplace that should be focused on.
That's right. Now, Nicola Charles, just as the last thing before.
Yeah, there was 6 people there, right, involved with millions and millions of dollars, people, right? And what they were doing was claiming overtime, and they weren't working it, right? And they were actually in the offices doing the administration stuff, and that's what they done. Rorted. Now, come on, who's doing the forensic accounting on these things every year or two? These government institutions, nobody. It's like the police, the police investigate the police. What do you think? We're going to get an answer? Anyway, let's go to Nicola.
Very quickly, and Nicola Charles has posed the question, can we sue the government? And it's legitimate, I think.
First off, Australians, look up the Governance, Performance and Accountability Act of 2013. And there's a small section in there that describes the explanation on 2 Commonwealth entities. I don't like the word entity, but 2 Commonwealth entities. And the 2 Commonwealth entities are a corporate Commonwealth entity, which is an entity that is a body corporate, and B, a non-corporate Commonwealth entity that is not a body corporate. Australia, do you have a B? Again, A is a corporate Commonwealth entity that is an entity that is a body corporate, and B, a non-corporate Commonwealth entity that is not a body corporate. Do you have a B, government? No, you don't. And you haven't since 1973. So there is no government for, of, and by the people. Underneath that, in the Governance, Performance and Accountability Act of 2013, is a sentence that terrifies me. The sentence says in a note that corporate Commonwealth entities are legally separate from the Commonwealth. Corporate Commonwealth entities, in other words, this corporate Australian government, are legally separate from the Commonwealth. It scares me because it feels like the corporate entity, the body corporate government that we currently have, can do anything it likes, and the Commonwealth can absolve itself of responsibility. Human rights abuses, corruption.
We'll leave it there. The rest of it's on the. It's worthwhile having a look. It's on the website. So go to softbroadcast.org. Yeah. So, all right, Dave, I'll leave it for you to wrap up, and I shall grab our outro.
All right, again, guys. I think we got to go into, just some ways. I've been saying we need to learn how to win. Okay, well, let's give you a few small examples. We've got things coming up. It's winter at the moment. But. Can we win in a few small places, guys? Okay, with summer coming up, can the people who have got their kids in nippers, can you get a win down there and change the environment? Get yourself into a position in your community when they bring this crap in with the rainbow flags, you can go, no. What are we doing this for? And challenge somebody. All right, because unless we challenge guys, they continue to do. All right, let's try and get in and get a win in our councils and get some people onto our councils. Then we can bring in our own CEOs. All right, people who we know will do a good job. What we need to do is to learn how to win in little certain areas. And once we win in areas, then we can all come together as we win. All right, and we can take things back. But guys, I'm serious. We need to, I've been thinking about this, and I have. I've won a lot of stuff. All right, done a lot of stuff, especially with sport. All right, and we do need to know how to win. These guys have never lost, so that means that we need to become winners, and we need to learn and navigate our way to a win. All right, and we can do it, and we've already done it in our soul. What we're going for now is to try and win a little bit of comfort, guys, because they're coming at us really hard, and they're going to continue to. Okay. So let's get some little wins out there.
Monday night, Wollongong Council.
Monday night is Wollongong Council. Who's going? Who's turning up?
From Wollongong.
I know 2 guys that will be, but who's going from Wollongong? Because I've got the message that maybe a few people might be travelling from afar to come down here and help you out. So I'd hate to see no one there, guys. I'm going to be running the show. Who's stepping up out there in Wollongong? Who is going to get there? And, guys, you don't take it back. They're going to keep running over the top of you. So let's learn to win. Okay? All right. Good night. Have a great weekend. Get to Forest of the Fallens. Yeah, whatever you're doing, get out there, guys. Thank you.
All right, we're being taken out by Dilly Memes, and it's Dukes of MAGA.
Just a good old boy, never meaning no harm. Beats all you never saw, been in trouble with the law since the day they was born. Straightening the curves, flattening the hills. Someday the mountain might get them, but the law never will. Making their way the only way they know how. That's just a little bit more than the law will allow. Just a good old boy, they wouldn't change if they could. Fighting the system like a true modern day Robin Hood.